What's up, everybody? It's AfroDJMac here with another free Ableton Live pack for you. And this one was made by sampling the SynthPad app, a cool little iPhone app here. I recorded a song with my friend Superkid, and we recorded it to tape, and he was playing the SynthPad. So I sampled it, and it's got a nice analog warmth to it. I'll let you hear the sound right here. This is our instrument. And I got it set up so you can do a couple things. First, let me open it up and show you that it's a sample of this SynthPad, just one note, with a little kind of funny bend to it. So if you listen, some funny things happen to that note, which I think is kind of cool. It's why I picked that sample. And underneath it, I have a sine wave just layered there, just to give it a little more bottom. That's the two of them. This is just the SynthPad, and that's both of them. A little extra. You can turn either one of these off if you like. So one thing I really wanted to accomplish with this particular sound was to give it a kind of like not perfectly in tune kind of feel. So much music today is so perfectly in tune. I kind of come to appreciate things that are a little bit out. So the sample for one kind of wavers a little bit. Putting it to tape probably does a little to the pitch as well. And now I have an LFO just barely altering the pitch right there. Really at a slow rate and a slow, really less than 1%. On the next LFO, I have this particular waveform modulating the amount. So this is changing how much the pitch is varying at this rate. So it's kind of like two different movements to the pitch right there. Gives it a sort of organic feel. So we'll go inside. I'll show you what I got. We have settings for your attack, so you can make this sound more like a pad with a swell. Or you can make it real quick. I'm going to turn off these effects just for the moment. So there it is in its natural state. You can play with the decay, and if you want to see what you're doing here, you just take a look at this particular spot here. We're going to turn down the sustain. Now we get something more percussive. You can play with your release. Allows you to shape the sound a bit. Next thing I have is a low pass filter, which is a separate plugin here. And there's controls for the resonance, the LFO amount, and the LFO speed. And it's worth mentioning that the same exact filter is on the sine wave here. So that's getting affected by the filter as well. I just move that out of the way. You can see what I'm talking about. One thing I did to this sine wave was I gave it just the tiniest amount of FM oscillation here, FM modulation. So if we listen to this, we'll turn off the filter. Real clean sine wave right now. Then we turn this on. It's just a hint of dirt. You can turn that up with the volume knob here if you are so inclined. Something a little like fuzzier. I like it real low. Just a little extra flavor. All right, so that's the main synth there. Again, came from this SynthPad app here, which I'll show you one more time. Really cool, pretty cheap synth, easy to use. And it's pretty moldable. You can change the sounds a lot. I've also thrown in a little effect rack for you, just to get you going a little bit. There's an erosion. You can play with the frequency and the amounts. Tremolo, so you turn up your depth a little and you play with your rate. If you listen, if you can notice, it's going left to right a little bit. It's because I have the phase on 37 degrees right here. Normally when I do a tremolo, I might do this, so everything stays centered, but I felt like just giving this a little bit of back and forth for you. I've built a chorus effect rack, which only puts chorus on the higher frequencies and lets the low stuff go unaffected. And that'll just kind of preserve the bassiness of your synth without kind of washing it out in chorus. And finally, a ping pong delay, the dry wet, time, and feedback length. I'm getting those cool twisty sounds off my ping pong delay because I've set it to repitch mode, which you do simply by right-clicking here and selecting repitch. Fade is the default. And that about does it for this particular rack. I hope you enjoy it and appreciate the kind of imperfections to this, which is, in my opinion, what makes this one exciting. So, have fun with it, and I'll see you next time.